Andrew Santino.
I'm Bobby Lay.
And welcome to the Bad Game Show.
It's the Bad Game Show.
And once again, thank you to Bobby's mom.
Back off. I mess you up.
Let's start this game. Each of you guys write down the slang term for what we're pointing at. What's this right here, guys?
What is this right here?
Kevin Spacey, Epstein, Weinstein. What do they have in common?
They're all scumbags.
Incorrect. These are all classic New York guys.
Oh my God.
Is this the game where we have to figure out what the F your mother is saying?
How old is my f***ing wife?
I'm gonna put as many marshmallows as I can in Bobby Lee's mouth.
If you were in prison, dude,
Easy access.
I am thoroughly aroused.
Is this your son?
Oh my God, how did I get here?
I'm so thrilled that I'm only a lesbian.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Stop hitting on my mom, okay?
Our next game. Time to get handsy. Buzz in before he does, because it's a f***ing game show.
I nailed it!
January
9/11! Show, you asshole.
Was that a good, do you consider that a good episode, or what's the barometer?
Welcome back to Whiskey Ginger, a wave series presented by FanDuel. Whiskey fans, happy Juneteenth. First of all, happy Juneteenth. Next Sunday, I'm going to be at the Sound in Del Mar, San Diego. Come out and see me. And then we moved St. Charles or St. Louis, Missouri. We moved it to August 7th. So come see me there. But next Sunday, come see your boy San Diego. Come out and see me doing 2 shows at the Sound in Del Mar. Del Mar, dude. AndrewSantino.com for those tickets. AndrewSantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean once again today, it's Tony Hale.
For today, I'm your favorite person.
Yeah, today. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm drinking gin, which is very rare for me. I'm usually a whiskey guy.
Yeah.
But for you, your publicist called and said
I do like gin a lot.
he doesn't drink anything but gin and have a full bottle ready for him. He'll finish
Sounds
it.
like such a douchebag.
That's what they said.
I have gin and
He's a gin man.
and pink and black M&Ms.
I do. We have the pink and black M&Ms
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and we will bring them in. Tony, thank you for coming.
I can't do whiskey. For some reason, it doesn't work with the stomach for me.
You're British? What's your ancestry?
I think I'm a bit of a mutt. I think I don't. I did a 23andMe a long time ago, and it was just a plethora of different things.
You don't have one one thing that dominated? You seem like you might have been a little Mayflowery.
Yeah.
Hale? What's Hale?
Oh, Hale is a stage name because my grandfather was an opera singer. His original name was Johnston, and he didn't think that was work, so he changed it to Hale.
Okay, Johnston? That's off the boat. The Johnstons have come by.
Yeah.
Oh, hello,
That's
Johnstons.
true. That's true. Yeah, so I guess
So
I do.
you came from something good, something classy.
Maybe. I really, I always wanted to do one of those where you trace, you go on the show and you
Yeah, and
you
they find
trace
out
the-
something
the
terrible.
awful.
They're like, you're family-owned slave. You're like, you know what? Let's move on to the next.
And then I just live with codependent guilt and false guilt for the rest of my life.
True.
But I don't know. It's a couple of my friends have done it, and it really wakes you up to some stuff. I think I do
I don't
want to
know. I don't want to. Well, actually, I know enough that my grandparents are
just Scottish all around.
Irish, and then my dad's side Italian. So I don't think I'd find much.
Is your whole family redheads?
No, I'm the only one. He knows my entire family. I'm the
Oh,
only one.
have you guys know each other for a long time?
No, he's become kind of a fixture of our family. He was at my
that's
sister's
nice.
wedding a week ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind
And
of.
you weren't there?
No, I didn't. Yeah, he subbed
weird.
for me. Yeah, tag team. No, I think my grandmother had red hair, and my mom is one of 10 kids, and one of them has auburn hair. But that's why I was the most loved. The grandkids hated me.
Really?
Because my grandmother was like, I'm the golden child.
You always hear the red-headed stepchild.
I am, too. I have a stepdad.
But then it's the opposite. They're not loved, but you were loved.
Not by my stepdad, so that actually was on course.
Let's get into it.
No, he knows him. He is the best. No, you know what? I was loved. I was very.
Oh,
I
that's
was loved.
good. You have a good foundation.
Yeah, some. But like any kid,
Sure.
I'm an '80s baby. All of my friends' parents are divorced.
Uh-huh.
You're late '70s.
Early 70s. God bless you. Early
Really?
70s. Yeah.
I thought we
70.
were closer in age.
55.
Well, you look great.
Thank you.
And for people at home, Tony stripped before the show. We do that. Most
did.
guests have to get naked in the waiting room.
I did voluntarily.
You did, yeah. He was like, check it out.
I walked in and I said, guys, I want to take my clothes off. You're like, that's so weird. I do that with all
That's
the
what
guests.
we do. Yeah. Well, thank you. Are your parents were together?
My parents have been together. Yeah, they've been together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for, gosh, well, they're 87, both of them, still alive, and I don't really know how many years.
Still alive. This screams Mayflower material. See, these are good people. This isn't trash. Like everyone's dead that I know. I think everyone's dead and divorced, but that's what Irish die young.
Do they?
Well, I mean, they have terrible health and they drink a lot,
Yeah.
and I love these people very much. But everyone
Was
gets
the
sick.
wedding a big drinking wedding?
Yeah, was the wedding
Yeah.
a bit drinking? My
Oh, yeah.
sisters, yeah. My mom and my dad both drink. My sister, and she married a kid whose mom and dad are from Ireland, moved here in the 80s or 90s. So,
And they drink a lot, I guess.
oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're big time. Actually, you lived in New York.
I lived in New York, yeah.
Did
Did
you ever
we
go?
know each other in New York?
No,
Okay.
but did you ever go on the Upper West Side? There's a bar called the Dublin House.
Kind of sad that I even had to ask that. That means that
know.
there are people that I have known that I just forgot.
Yeah, but that happens.
It happens a little too much. I went because I grew up in. You were asking me something. I'm
No,
going
I was
off a
saying
tangent.
there's a place called the Dublin House on the Upper West Side. You know the Beacon? You know where the Beacon is?
Yeah.
It's 5 blocks away from there. It's got a big neon harp.
It's on 79th.
It's on 79th.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That's
yeah.
my new brother-in-law's family's bar.
Oh wow.
So can you imagine we like to... like I played a show at the Beacon, and they were all like, "You're going to come over to the bar, are you?" And I was like, "I think we'll bring some people."
They're actually.
They're from Ireland. Oh, yeah. And they're like, "You come to the bar, will you?" Well, sometimes his dad
pretty
speaks,
good, man.
and I'm like, what did he say? But I play the game where I go, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he'll go, "For what? And I'll go, fuck. And then I'll have to admit, I'll go, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
So you have to try.
I worked with. Do you know who Saoirse Monica Jackson is?
I know Saoirse Ronan. I don't know the other one.
Saoirse Monica. I did a movie. I did a show called The Decameron, and she's from Derry.
Oh, wow.
And for a while, it was like I had to really pay attention. And then once I got it. And my God, she made me laugh.
They're
she is
so funny.
Just such quick one-liners.
Their sensibilities they have to laugh because it's quite sad if you go up there. Like you really don't have much choice but to like have a drink, have a laugh, and then like, did you see the Banshees of Inisherin?
No.
Oh,
Too sad.
it was. I mean, it's honestly, I loved it, but my God, the whole thing is so sad. And then you hear the actors talk about it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's a lot of that's based on reality."
Can you though, when you watch that kind of stuff? I am interested in this. Can you kind of compartmentalize it and just kind of go on with your day? It doesn't really affect you.
Yeah, I think because there's I don't know I like the beauty underneath all the sadness because I just see that first.
It's great. I just can't shake it. It's like I keep thinking about it.
It ruins your day.
Yeah, my wife's like, "You're an actor. What is wrong with you? You can't watch something and realize it." But it's like there's something about I go, "Yeah, that might not be happening, but something like that has happened to someone," and I feel like I'm watching it happen in front of me.
See that?
You know?
If it's well acted, like with those two guys,
Yeah.
it's so good and so powerful. But I know there's something so like real underneath it.
Yeah.
But it takes me to that world where if it's like a reality show where people are being fucked up to each other,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is way more gross. Like, because this
Yeah.
is also manipulated by producers. And it's
yeah.
packaged and pushed. And I'm like, this is sad. That makes me more sad. When I see
Yeah.
reality type of stuff get gross and weird and publicized, I'm like, we're actually puppeteering
I get
someone's
angry
life.
at that stuff.
You do?
I get angry because I'm like, hey, just FYI, this is your legacy.
This is
like
you.
Your children and their children are going to be watching this as a representation of you.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
I know.
You know why? Because I get it. Maybe I get it when someone goes on thinking they think, oh, it might be this, and then they wake up and go, oh, it wasn't. So I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
Someone's like, no, I'm going to sign up again.
Yeah, they do.
For like 6 more years.
Yeah.
That's what I just don't understand.
Well, I think what I've learned through just being like near it with people, you get to understand they're so good, these producers, at convincing the talent that that's all show and it's just part of the gig. And I think they've kind of like mind-fucked people into thinking that, yeah, you're going to get public hate and all that, but it's all fake because you know you're not that. you're an
Yeah,
actor.
yeah, yeah.
I think they tell them they're acting, and they
Yeah.
just think like, oh, I'm playing a part. But you're like, you're the part. It's you.
You're the part. And your issues are obviously for everybody to see. And there is something to be said about, there is a part of that I appreciate honesty, walking through something. But when you can see it really affecting your life
Yeah.
and your family, maybe that's a time to step away, you know?
Maybe. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, you've gotten so much amazing work that you don't know how it feels to be on the other side of not getting good work. So how about that?
Oh my God.
How about that?
It is. You know it's a hustle.
It's a constant
It's a
hustle.
constant hustle.
But you
I have one question before you keep going.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an Irish part?
Have I ever done an Irish
Have you
part?
ever played an Irish character?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude.
Would I love to?
Have you gone out for one
No, I don't really go out.
in general?
Yeah. I live here.
It's great.
No,
I
what
want my face everywhere too.
You know what happens is I've done a handful of stuff. I have a great time, and then other stuff comes down the pipeline, and I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
I bet you'd be great.
I would love to.
Yeah.
So did you hear that, Hollywood? Tony Hale thinks
Did you hear
I'd be
that,
good.
Hollywood?
You
Sign
hear
'em
that,
up.
kids? We got to get that kid. That whiskey
Red
ginger
hair,
boy.
red hair, red hair.
Red hair. We got to get that kid in here. No, I always used to joke. I joked on this show, but like they never think of the redhead first. No screenwriter is like, and the handsome redhead walks into the
Wow,
room.
you just had to add handsome in there, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Good self.
No, I'm saying they don't write that.
I usually
they go,
do emasculated. Let's get the emasculated Tony Hale.
No, I'm saying they always write the ugly redhead freak.
Oh,
I'm saying
I
they
see.
never say like,
Sure,
hey,
sure.
it never
I'm not
gives
saying
me
you're
a-
not handsome.
Yeah,
You're
well,
very
thank you.
handsome.
Thank you. No, but they never do that. So every role that's for a redhead, unless
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, is always like freak, weirdo.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they're giving him most of my roles. I would even come close on to what's the kid from I, Tonya? What's wrong with my brain?
Paul
Three
Walter
names.
Hauser?
Paul Walter Hauser, because he's like Auburnish, and he's sober.
What?
And I'm an alcoholic, so I just feel like these two. We're
I love that right when you said that. I was like, uh-huh.
Yeah. Before we get too deep, because I have a lot of things to ask you and to
Sure,
talk to you
please. This is very nice to be here, by the way. Thank you for
about. I'm
having
so
me.
happy to have you. I'm gonna kiss your ass a little bit in a second, but I'm gonna try to like slot it in so it doesn't feel disingenuous, because it's real. Because we talked before the show, I was like, I gotta be careful about people I actually really like.
Aw.
Telling them to, because we have a lot of people on the show that I hate. He knows. Most people. I would say high majority of the people that come on the show, I can't wait for them
You
to be
can
off.
always see when a talk show host doesn't necessarily like.
Yeah, well, that's why I love
person.
Letterman. He was so great at kind of like shoving
felt-
it down their throat.
I also felt bad for those that he didn't like.
I loved it. That was
know?
my favorite. It's because Leno never did that. Leno was very like complimentary and kind of played the game. Letterman was very obvious about who he didn't
So
like.
this is a real gift. I mean, you have a gift of you can handle that. Like I can't watch that stuff. Like for instance, did you have a hard time watching what's the Sacha Baron Cohen movie?
Borat? Oh, loved it.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
I was out of my skin.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I was lasted 5 minutes, and I was
But
like,
did you
"Ah,
laugh?"
He's acting. He's a run for the hills.
All he was doing was exposing who people really are.
And yeah, here's the thing. Yes,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they didn't know they were going to be on a movie screen. And I don't know. There's
like the
something about
racist
them.
frat kids that sued him.
Yeah, I mean, granted, yes.
It's who you really are, I guess. It's almost
Absolutely.
like, you know.
But I don't know. The whole just anytime I know someone is doing a bit, it's that pranked kind of stuff. Anybody I know,
Yeah, that's
and they
hard.
don't, I'm like, wake up.
Well, here's
wake up.
the way I give it more, I'm easy on it is because there's cameras in front of their face. Now, when it's hidden cameras, then you're being super deceptive. But if there's a camera in your face and there's a guy who's playing a character.
Was there a camera in their face on Borat?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because they were pretending they were filming a documentary.
Oh, okay.
The cameras are exposed. So if there's a camera,
That's how they got him to sign release.
the first thought you would
That's
think would be
true.
like, I better watch what I say on a camera. But they got so comfortable with him and his
Well, that's
racism
true.
that
That's
they
a
were
good
like,
point.
you know what? I don't like Browns either. and
Yeah,
it was like just being honest. Yeah, it was tough. But
Yeah.
I get you not liking that.
Yeah. Oof.
But that's why you're sticking to voiceover. Easy plug here, Toy Story 5.
Just stick to animation.
I mean, it's the best job in the world.
You know, I'm so.
That's so cool.
I got to be honest though. It wasn't until I heard my voice in the trailer that I thought. The whole time I was like, they're gonna switch me out.
You thought a recast was coming?
100%.
Wait, why?
Well, just insecurity, and I'm such a Pixar fan.
Yeah.
And I think they have such layers to their work.
Totally.
That I just like, this is crazy. This is not going to happen. And because they initially brought me in because they said, we're thinking about you for a character. And they said Spork, and I was like, oh, okay, let me get my heads around that. And then they added Buster's voice or Gary's voice to it to see what it was like. And we had this whole kind of playtime about finding his voice. But then after it, you're like, yeah, I'm sure they're going to grab Jack Black, or something.
They do often grab Jack Black.
But it's like just thinking and then when I heard my voice, which is maybe 2 months before it was released, I was like, oh, they kept me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you have imposter syndrome?
Let me think. Imposter syndrome,
like
I would say with my voice, because I was always insecure about my voice. And because I had this voice teacher tell me, Tony, you don't have, anyways, by the way, I said this earlier, you don't have any resonance. You don't have any resonance,
You did
Tony.
say that before we started rolling.
Yeah, before we started rolling, I said, he's got bigger resonance. You might want to increase my mic. And I had always just had this insecurity. And then through doing a lot of voiceover and just more work, I've gotten more confident. But I think that's always been a bit of a
That's gross.
anxiety.
That teacher was wrong.
He was, but it's amazing words, man. Like words.
Why did they stick with us like that? Of all the praise and the great things, you took something a teacher told you one time and you were like, you don't have any resonance.
Yeah, and he's in an acting school that I never ever mention. That I went there for 2 years. I mentioned this place called the Barrow Group, which I loved. Mm-hmm. And they like made play out of acting rather than like work, like nice work. It's like, okay, settle down. But like this guy was just an ego head, and he just really messed with me.
Was it a case of those who can't? Or was he successful at any point?
I think it was not a case of those who can't. I think it was a case of got a lot of power out of very fragile artists.
Oh, God.
And feeling kind of empowered by how much these artists worshipped him.
Yeah, and needed the
and needed his approval. And did you like it? And he kind of sat on his throne and felt it.
God, I don't like that. We're not going to mention. Hey, my editor Joe. Joe, put up the name of the school right here, and so we'll know.
Seriously, well, don't
do it. Don't do it. No, but the voice thing. I know what you're thinking. We did. Bobby Lee and I did a movie that's on Netflix now called Goat. That's about like the story of
congrats,
a
man.
Thank you. It was cool, but the whole
it's
time,
a basketball thing.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Steph Curry company produced it about like a young young kid making it to the league.
Yeah,
but the whole time, Bobby, every recording session, which we couldn't do without each other because we're super insecure. So we're like, we need to be with each other.
And I love your friendship, by the way.
Well, we do need each other. I think we work well together, and we're both announcers. So I was like, we should be in the same room. They're like, you don't have to. I was like, we'd prefer it. And they're like, it's a scheduling nightmare. I was like, I don't care. It's way more fun. It was way more fun.
Sure.
And but the whole time, Bobby kept stopping. Like he'd go out for a cigarette break or something, and he'd be like, can you come outside? And we'd go outside, and he'd be like, I think they're gonna can us. And I was like,
do you know why? I was
like, is it bad? He's like, I think it's bad. Because you'd look in the booth and they'd be like,
that's the thing.
One more?
That's the thing. What people don't, well, maybe they do realize, you're in a room where there's a glass partition.
Oh.
You have your headphones. You do your bit. Everything then goes silent, and then you just see people's mouths moving.
Oh my God, it's so anxiety
about you. And then they're always looking around, and they're looking at each other going, oh.
And then one guy in the back
and then they push a button and go, hey, great job, Tony. And then they let go of it and go,
It's so anxiety inducing.
It creates
when there's 7 executives in a room and then they chat and then one guy goes, right.
Yeah.
Guys, great stuff. And you're like, shit, it's not great. That means they just said, not great. Be nice. Tell them to do it again.
We're also performers. We're analyzing every behavior you're giving.
Yeah, you're staring at them.
I am just analyzing everything that's going on.
It drives me nuts.
However, what I loved about Pixar is everybody was in the same room. There was no division.
Whoa.
So not the actors, we were all separate, but like the director and the script, everybody's in the same room. And it's super collaborative, and there's no division.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the rumor is, and you told me this before the show, Tom Hanks didn't even do it. It's all AI. So it's.
I disagree.
I'm kidding. But I did find out his brother does a lot of his.
All this in a tear, like
other stuff. Yeah.
His brother does do. I think it does like toys and stuff.
That's so cool.
I love that I'm the one drinking here.
I'm going to drink. I'll chug this whole thing if you let me. Okay, hold on. Before we go, because I just want to plug some of the new stuff that you have because it is very cool. You also have, oh my God, why can't I say her name? Aaliyah. No.
Alia.
Alia, sorry. Shawkat.
Shawkat.
Yeah.
I like Shawkat. Yeah. Now I had a brain fart.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And I think about Aaliyah, the singer. That's why.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. Your movie comes out.
With Ali. Oh, that's so funny.
Are you doing a movie with them as
No,
well?
I am. That's so funny because we
Is
did
it Summer Girls?
It's Wrong Girls.
Wrong Girls.
We did this movie together called Being in the Ricardos. And when you said that, I had a moment where I was like, oh, Andrew, that's way past.
No. No, so you
But
have a
you're
new
right.
one. You have a
You're
new
right.
one.
There's one coming up in August with her.
And a movie with Brett Goldstein.
Yeah, called Office Romance.
That's cool.
And he's a really cool guy.
Yeah,
Have
funny.
you met him?
He's funny. Yeah, very,
Do you know
very
I
funny.
saw you at this Netflix party.
At Sarandos' house?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks ago. I saw you and I saw Bobby.
Yeah.
And it was so hot out there. And I was like, it was so lovely. It was a really nice party that they threw. And I had this moment of like, oh, I like them. I should say hi to them. And then I was like, no, I'll just stay where I am.
We did the same thing. We literally said the same thing. He comes up to me. He's like, do you think I should say anything to David Letterman? And I was like, no, don't leave him alone. That's insane. What would you say? Hey, I love you. And he'll go, sure. Yeah. Awesome. And then pat you on your little head and you'll come back here. I was like, leave everybody alone. Just get out of here.
He also did Bobby get a haircut?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
he keeps changing his style.
Because at first, I had not seen him in a long time, and I saw him, and I was like, is that Bobby?
Yeah.
But I think
he lost a lot of weight, too. I think he lost 30
Oh, maybe that's
pounds.
it. Okay, yeah.
GLPs, baby. They're working his magic. I've just talked to a friend the other day who lost a lot of weight without GLPs, and he's like, I'm really mad.
Yeah.
He goes,
I
I
can see
feel like
that.
the people who got their school loans taken care of. He's like, I'm the guy that's like still I paid. He's like, what the fuck? Why did I pay? I could have waited.
Yeah, there's habits, though, that are being created in him that's good for a long term.
Yes. He's doing great. But yes, we didn't say hi to anybody, but I did prank him afterwards. He left early. I told him, you got to be the first out. Don't wait. Just leave before anybody. And then he called me on the way home. Did I tell this story?
You told it on bad.
I called him on the way home and I said, he's like, what's going on? I was like, dude, you should not have left. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm inside of Sarandos' master suite. He has a theater up here, and it's me, Letterman, Seinfeld, Chappelle, and I'm naming everybody, like all the famous comics that he loves. And I'm like, he's going to show us like old tapes, like old school, like stand-up tapes that he's got from his vault. And he was like, fuck, are you serious? I go, dude, I got to go. I'll call you back. And I hang up, and then I called Louis C.K. I called him and our friend Greg Fitzsimmons, and I called them, told them, and they were cracking up. And they were like, are you going to tell him the truth? I was like, I don't know. Because he was going to turn around and come back. I was like, maybe I should make him come all the way back.
Oh, that's so mean.
I told the truth. I was like, don't come back. I'm just kidding.
You also said that Ted asked you, where's Bobby?
Oh, yeah. I lied. I was like, dude, Sarandos was like, where's Bobby? And he's like, did he? And I was like, I'm covering for you. I said you were downstairs by the bar getting food.
That's so great. I had to leave before that picture. They did a big picture or something like that.
And I am beautifully in the far corner. As far away, Cherry.
I saw there was a lot of balloons. Were there balloons in there?
No,
or
this. Who said this? My mom was like, "What with the balloon?" There were like McDonald's play place balls. Remember those? Like that's
yes.
And the photographer was like, "Throw them at me," and everybody threw them. And then half of the people's faces got blocked. Like half of the people's heads are like behind a ball.
Also, so many comics, they're thinking in response to that of like, you want us to do what?
I know. It made me sad. I was like, just a regular photo.
Yeah.
But that's the one they wanted.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. I've talked about Squarespace so much. What are they? They're the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and you succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need. Claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, get paid all in one spot. Back in the good old days, back in my day, we used to have to build websites with all sorts of janky stuff that we threw together, and now they have beautiful designs, incredible cutting-edge design. Start with Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced design pattern, or choose from a library of professionally done award-winning website templates so you don't have to think about it. They got it right there. The SEO tools are incredible. They optimize every single website to be indexed with meta descriptions. So what happens is you're going to show up way more often when people are searching for whatever it is you're making, little trinkets in your garage to something very big. No matter how big or small your business is, they got it all with email campaigns. They have a video section, analytics, and you can sell content there. Do it all with Squarespace. I don't know what you're waiting for. Do yourself a favor right now. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey. Check it out, okay? Check it out. Save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code whiskey. Once again, squarespace.com/whiskey. Save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using my code whiskey. Hey, the biggest stage in world soccer is here, and every goal changes everything. I myself watched USA versus Paraguay, and what a game it was, ladies and germs. Didn't know anything about how nasty we were, but pretty good. And now FanDuel is giving you a reason to root for every single goal. Introducing Every Goal Pays. You heard it, every goal pays. Bet on a match and get bonus bets for every goal scored in that match. That's right, more goals means more bonus bets, and all you got to do is turn on your token. Very, very simple. What am I going to be betting on? Well, let's just see where I am going to be putting my money, where my big fat mouth is. How about this? I would like to put a little bit of something today on Scotland and Morocco. USA versus Australia is also today. But Scotland, I take Scotland over Morocco. And USA over Australia. I do love you, Aussies, but USA all day. That's all I got to say. So, hey, look at that. From the opening whistle to the final kick, let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get started now. 21 plus select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, 18 plus DCKYWY. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-MY-RESET. Call 1-888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Maryland, visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Call 800-327-5050. Massachusetts, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY. New York, call 1-877-770-7867. Louisiana.
Ginger. I like gingers.
I do need to tell you something.
Yeah.
We got your test results back. Will you read them off? No. I want to tell you that my favorite line in the history of Arrested, I know we're going back, but...
No, please. I'm glad you're going back because I forget.
We both share it, oddly enough, because we joke about it all the time, is this slow, incessant drumming and Bateman giving that great, heartfelt, heavy-handed speech, and then him cutting it by going, Buster, you can't do that outside, buddy. But your response made me laugh so You say, Mom says it's too windy on the balcony. It's
true.
It was so funny to me. I rewound it 10 times. Because you think the funniest beat is going to be that reveal.
Yeah.
But the funniest to me is you saying it's too windy.
Also,
it's so funny.
Also, you can't drum in the wind?
Yeah, no, but you can't. But you're right. Buster was right. You cannot drum in the wind. I can't hear my own drumming. His logic was actually perfect. Mom says it's too windy.
Crazy, dude, that you said that? I'm not kidding. Maybe last week. So my wife and I, we just moved to Alabama.
Did you really?
Yeah, a year ago we moved to Alabama because we needed to be closer to her family, and then my family's in Georgia for various reasons. And we bought this house, and no lie, this is crazy this even came out. In our house, a bird got caught in the house, and I have a broom, and I'm trying to swat, and it looks exactly like the scene where it's like a bird landed on my pillow because I come in with a broom, and I'm trying to get this bird out, and I'm like, what the hell has happened? Like it's
cool.
right out of that scene.
And then you killed it, though, unfortunately.
And then I killed this one. Yes.
We had a hummingbird stuck at Chris's old house he was staying at, and it was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we were panicking because it couldn't get out. I was like, it's going to die if we don't try to guide it out. And every time we tried to guide it out, it'd come right back in the kitchen. So finally someone was like, I have it. I looked it up. We got water and then put sugar or something sweet inside of it, and then put the Tupperware up to it. So it went down to go get it. And then Nick took the bowl, it's in there, and then threw it as hard as he could outside. And I was like, it worked, but I thought, that could have killed the bird. It could have hit something for sure. Luckily, it went right out the door, but I was like, dude, what if you missed? He's like, missing wasn't an option, I guess. That line, by the way, I just want to tell you that.
Oh, that's nice to say.
And I got to do the newer season or whatever. I did one little episode. Yeah, I did a scene with Bateman.
Oh, fun. Was it in a car? Was it in the car rental?
It was, the stairs. Yes.
Okay,
I'm used to a car with stairs. Yeah.
Yes.
It was a great... I mean, for me, it was amazing because I was such a fan of the show. Not of Jason. I hate Jason. Jason's I
get it.
loathe Jason.
Yeah.
But I was such a fan that I was like, this is incredible to even remotely touch it.
Oh, same. I mean, I to this. Mitch was at that party, by the way. Did you know that?
What?
Mitch Hurwitz was at that party. Yeah, I saw him, and I was so happy to see him because I hadn't seen him in a while.
I didn't know much. This is also a thing about the party that I talked to Bobby. People were there that we knew said they were going, didn't see them there. Like I was like,
there was a lot of people
there.
there,
There was a lot
too.
of people there.
But so I was and continue to be such a fan of the show. But that was my first job, and I was with an amazing cast, amazing writing, and I was like, what is, because it was so layered at the time. Comedy was, you didn't have to think about comedy that much. It was like 1-2 punch. You know, it was a very used, and there was so many jokes that to this day, there's stuff I have not gotten. Like, if I'm completely honest, when you said that about the drums, I've forgotten about the balcony
Really?
and the wind. Yes.
It's the best line.
But it's like, and this happened to me also, where that joke where the doctor comes out and says, you know, he's lost his arm, but he'll be, and I was at a podcast and I said, well, one of my favorite jokes is when the doctor comes out, he says he'll be okay, and somebody in the audience goes, no, he said he'll be all right because he'll just have a right arm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 15 years after doing that joke that I got the joke.
Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
I just like so many layers that to this day I'm just so grateful I was even a part of that.
It was incredible. I mean, honestly, it was like a show that I always kind of gauged comedy fans when I talk to them about that show. I'm like, do you like Arrested? And people are like, I don't. I think I've seen it. I'm always like, I don't like you, and you're not good, and you're not going to be a good comedian. I always felt like, because if you didn't understand the fun of that show,
sure.
I was like, man,
My parents never got it. My parents to this day,
my parents for sure never got it. No.
The only episode they liked was when Martin Short was on, and they're like, now he's funny. He's funny.
I love when mom and dad do that.
Yeah,
well, my dad grew up. My dad likes Andy Griffith. To my dad is like the pinnacle of television.
Sure.
Like he's like he's like, no role that you or any of your friends have done are half as funny as Barney Fife. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, God bless you. And he's right. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah,
But it is hard. Some people
I don't know if that's right, but
whatever. I'm gonna let him have it. He's gonna call and be like, I heard that episode with Tony. What was that? What were you throwing me under the bus for? But he does do that. But I think if you didn't get that show, I showed it, my wife probably knows more about the show than I do, which is insane. And I told her, that I was coming here to do this with you today. And the one of the first lines in the pilot, she always jokes around it. Look what the gays have done to me, Michael. You can't just tease that out. It's like, it leads with such a phenomenal way in that you're like, well, this is going to be
And her timing, man. Jessica Walter's timing is so solid.
Yeah, it's impeccable.
It really is.
And then you went on to do a real junker called Veep, which I do think is one of the, I mean, what a tank show that was. That thing was not a good
nightmare.
show.
Could not get out of there fast enough.
Yeah, it was bad. Particularly because what was her name? Julia? I
just call her JLD.
Is she working?
No, she is. I mean, it's always because you've worked with really fun, amazing people. It's always a gift when they're also really nice.
Yeah, you're lucky. Yeah, it's awesome.
And Julia just came in and was like, "It's a team. This is a team sport. Everybody's ideas is valuable." And I really miss that. I miss the friendships. You're living life together, and I miss that.
You don't think you'll do a long series like that?
Oh
again?
Man, I would love to.
You do?
Oh, you mean would I do a long series? Oh, I thought you meant with Veep, because I would love for there's a period of time where the last episode where they kind of jump ahead, and I would love to find out a little bit of what happened in between, because I went to jail, and then all this kind of stuff. But I'm like, because I just love those people so much.
Yeah. No, I'm saying there's no chance of them doing that again. You think?
I mean, I don't want to say no, because I haven't heard anything, but I'm dreaming of it.
Gotta be so. I auditioned for the show 75 times.
For Veep?
Yeah, I did. I did a lot.
75 times?
No, I'm being hyperbolic, but I do think it was probably like 10 times.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
Julie was in one.
What was the character? Do you mind saying?
Oh my God, it was a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
But one of them was, they gave me it was Allison Jones, and they were like, Julie was in there to improv with me, and it was they gave you the goal, but they didn't want to fill anything else in. Similar to how Larry did Curb. It was like, you have to let her know you're an intern, and you have to let her know that something really bad is going on somewhere else, something happened.
Yeah.
And I had said that there was a mainline break upstairs, and there was human waste coming through her office.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
She laughed?
She did, and I literally called my wife on the way home. I was like, I got it! There's no way I didn't get it. 2 days later, I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
That happened to me on that movie, Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy.
Years ago, it was with
The Rock?
With The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I
yeah.
auditioned for Stephen Merchant's part. And I was in the room, and they all were clapping, and I think the director even said something like, I mean, whatever. He says something like, well, when I book you, or something that really led to that.
When we start shooting this. Yeah.
And I was immediately on the phone with my wife, and I was like, sweetheart, we had just had our baby. I was like, we got to get daycare in Vancouver. Like, we got to do this. Obviously, and Stephen Merchant obviously is amazing, but I was like, come on. Like, that roller coaster is exhausting.
Is there anything that you missed out on that like really hurt that you really, really wanted?
I mean...
Because it's always you or Zac Efron. That's who it is. They either cast him or you for every role.
I mean, please, especially with my shirt off. If I'm honest, and you might feel this way too, they all so run together because every time you go out for something, if you really want it, you put yourself into it, and you can't help but think how great it would be.
Yeah.
And then this is what's interesting about our business is our job, and I'm sure you've heard this, our job is to have our emotions on our sleeve. Because we have to have access to them, and we have to bring authenticity to it. So if I'm having to need to be vulnerable, and I want it to be authentic, I got to go there, vulnerability. However, when it comes to rejection, they'll be like, "Hey, let it go."
Yeah, exactly.
Let it go. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
You can't just switch it. So it's hard every time. It's hard.
It is hard. I do think I don't try to take it with me, and being a stand-up helps because we've just used to like rejection and denial. And
now, by the way, also I think that you have exercised a muscle that is a real gift to this business. It's
also somewhat of a detriment because you become so hardened that even the wins sometimes you're not as happy about, which I do think is tough. A lot of stand-ups do this thing where even when you win big, like Louis told a great story about, he was like, it sucks that it's hard to know when you're in it as a stand-up because of so much heaviness. He was like, I was going to the Garden to watch, I want to say it was Billy Joel. I think it was a run of Billy Joel. But he goes, afterwards, only then did it hit me. And someone I think had said to him, like, do you know, like, of all the people inside of this room, the only other person that's been on that stage besides Billy Joel is you in this room? And he was like, it was so powerful, it like got to me. That it was like, how did I not feel that before?
Sure.
Like I played Madison Square Garden, and your brain checks out.
Yeah.
Was it?
It's kind of like some of the venues we've done Bad Friends shows on. There's like pictures of Orson Welles doing like Othello.
Yeah.
And Bobby's just like getting naked.
Yeah, and Bobby showing his butthole, and Othello was performing. Yeah. No, we did like the Ryman, the historic Ryman. They put you in a dressing room. They're like,
Nashville?
Hey, they're like, this was Johnny's room or June's room or whatever, and you're like, really? We're about to go show his pubes in front of all these people on the same stage.
I will say though, it's hard not because there is a protective layer.
Yeah.
Of it's all the wounded child in us that just
100%.
Doesn't want to be hurt and doesn't
100%.
want someone to make. We go like I'm gonna make fun of myself before you make fun of me.
I'll get me before you get
I'll get
me.
you. Yeah. So it's all that, but it's hard to get past that.
But as a kid, were you like were you outgoing or were you kind of in?
I was. I grew up in the South.
Yeah.
And for a kid that doesn't play sports, it's not a pretty picture.
Yeah.
So my parents were like, what are we going to do with this kid?
What's wrong with your boy Tony? He don't want to do nothing. He won't throw a ball or
you
nothing.
Want to dance? You want to dance? Go dance. But let me get you a drink. But they found this theater by the grace of God called Young Actors Theater, and then signed me up for it. And I kind of was a place I was like, oh, I can be crazy, and it's encouraged, you know. But it was, you're called every name in the book.
We know the name. We know the word. We'll title it the episode, by the way. That'll be
because
what it's
they don't back then. I think it's changed. Back then they don't know how to frame it. It's like you're not into sports. You're sensitive. You're creative. Oh, I know what you are.
I know what you are. We know what Tony is.
Yeah.
Now we like him just fine. We just don't want him over late night.
I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, I don't want to look him in the eye.
Yeah. But it's like that's the category. So it wasn't an easy time.
Yeah.
Now, if it's said, it's like
no, it's not. No. Now everything is so. Oh, well, the internet in that has helped people get. you know, it's like globalized the States where you're like everything is everywhere and everyone knows everything now. I mean, there's more exposure. So people in a small town now feel more comfortable being like, I think I want to try theater.
Yes.
Whereas there was a time when you were like, I think I like theater stuff. And people are like, what the fuck? You're like, what are you talking about?
It's easier to find a community.
It's
of
way
like-minded
easier.
Individuals.
Yeah. And there's more like, they're bigger. Okay. And I'm not generalizing. My dad's from the South. But now in the South, many metropolitan areas now are so progressive with their culture that you're receiving so much more than you ever did before. You know, my dad's from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And different world growing up he was in the Appalachia. I mean, he was way up there.
Yeah,
that's a different world.
It is.
But now they have so much more access. Like when we went to like Raleigh, Durham, you go to those places, like they're so culturally artistic and free, and your brain goes to North Carolina, but then you see it and you're like, oh no, this is
because we live in Birmingham now, and it's just like Raleigh. I mean, culturally, it's just
it is
a widespread, and it's so the restaurants. I mean, everything is so.
It's cool.
It really, really is cool, but it's like that's taken time.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
Do you think this is? Do you think this is it for you'll stay there, or do you think you're gonna?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do think we'll stay there. Yeah, because I mean, I've been. You travel so much.
Yeah.
In our business, we travel so much. But for 30, between New York and LA, we've been in there for over 30 years. And so I think both of us were on the same page. Once our daughter graduated high school, we were both on the same page. So it was like, we need to be a little closer to family. And so I'll travel for work.
She graduates high school. Did she go to college or she started the workforce?
No, she's at college. Good. And she loves it. She's in a sorority and, You
were in a fraternity.
I was in a fraternity.
Same as my dad.
Sigma Chi.
You're a Sig Chi guy.
Yeah.
You know how much I got rattled because I didn't join a fraternity? He's like, what's your problem, man? I'm like,
wait, where did you go to school?
I went to Harvard. Of the West. I went to Arizona State. Sorry. I went to Arizona State.
Okay. By the way, same. I went to Samford. People think it's Stanford. And I'm like, no, it's Sam, not Stan.
Let them think what they want to.
Okay,
I went to Columbia College, Chicago.
Yeah, not Columbia, New York, Columbia College. We all three went to the other one.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see the disappointment in the face.
No, I'm honest about it. Whenever somebody's like, where'd you go to college? I'm like, brother, I barely went to school.
Yeah.
I went to
there's
a
T-shirts at Samford that say Sam, not Stan. It's great. They own it.
You have
it's a great school, though.
Yeah, you have to. No, I just wanted to get to the West Coast. That's why I really badly, and I had as the story goes, my father went to Tennessee, so did my little sister. My dad was like, you got to go.
Yeah.
His best friend's son and I became friends. They went to Tennessee together. We used to go see football games. He says one day, Andrew, I'm going out to Arizona. You should come with. And I was like, what's in Arizona? He's like, don't you want to do California? I said, I can't afford California, man. He's like, it's right there. He's like, my cousin goes to ASU. And I was like, really? He goes, let's go see it. So I fly out with them. We have the greatest 2 days I've ever had in my life. I ended up doing mushrooms on the stoop of the dorm I would eventually be in, which was very surreal.
Whoa.
With these people that like were hanging out, listening to music outside. And I was like, I gotta go to school here. Now it might have been the mushrooms, but
that's not where that is where you went. That's not where you went.
I did go to Arizona State. I ended up going.
So you went all the way through.
Yeah, and I know that's a surprise. Many of my friends
it's not a
did
surprise.
not.
What did you? I thought you said that you did it. What did you study?
Journalism and the minor in English. Yeah. Oh, really?
Same.
Yeah.
Journalism, mass communications.
You know what, dude? We're the same guy.
And I'll tell you, this is what people, because people are like, oh, well, I'm like, I use it every day because if I'm probably with your material, if I'm editing something, I'm constantly like, what's the joke? Cut the fat. And that's all you did in journalism. It's like, where's the point? Where's the story?
Yeah, get to the point. Get to the point. I also think it helped me because I finally took classes that I like theory and practice of media production, or like I took classes that I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
I found the interesting nooks of how to make a thing versus like, I want to make things. And someone's like, okay, but I don't know how. But
Sure.
I just wanted to learn about that. So finally in school, I paid attention because I was like, this is fun. High school for me was real hard. I did not want to be there. I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just go goof off and do drugs?
Did you also with your, I mean, it's such a gift because with your jokes, which you're a very funny man.
Thank you.
It's that thing of like, we're circling around it. What's the joke?
Yeah, get inside.
Yes.
Go right to the.
When did you, I know I'm making this about you, but when did you officially start doing stand-up?
I was 22. I moved here, 06, 05, 06. The girl I was dating at the time threw a knife at me, and I said, I think I'm going to move to LA. I literally, we actually came here to look at an apartment together. And we drove back to Arizona, and I had all of this anxiety. I was like,
Sure.
I shouldn't move you here. I was like, we're kids,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
fail. So I was like, I don't want to ruin your life. And she was like, I want to go out there. I said, I don't think you do. Like,
Yeah.
I think she was being sweet. She loved me. She was like, I want to go with you. And one night she had a couple of drinks. We got into an argument and she threw a knife at me. I was like, I'm going to move tomorrow by myself.
There's so many things in the house to throw. That's a very specific
a
thing.
knife. I was like, I think I got to go. I think I'm going to go to. So I moved here at 22 and I've been here ever since.
Man, do you find that, okay, if somebody said, Andrew, I want you to speak at this conference on, I don't know, vulnerability in comedy or something like that, does that make you nervous or does it not make you nervous? Because like obviously if somebody says, I want you to do a set, you're so used to that. But if somebody wants you to speak on a topic, would that make you nervous?
Yeah, much harder to do. Not nervous, but it'd be much more of a challenge of me because I want to present it in a way where you want to hit all the beats of like, I want it to be funny. I want it to be honest and also have humility in it. Like I'd want all these things to be conveyed.
Yeah.
Where stand up, you're like, I know what I'm shaping up there. Like I just did my sister's wedding, and that was fucking impossible. They were like, "Would you officiate it?" And I was like, "This is really hard."
Yeah.
Because people also think, he's gonna be joking around the whole time.
Totally.
I'm not. It's my sister's wedding. Like,
and you're also not, as a person, you're not constantly walking around as a joke.
that's not, I don't do that. So I thought, how do I do this in a way? So I took a long time to like write it and work through it, and it was really a challenge.
Sure.
So that was more challenging by far than doing an hour of stand up. Is like, let's go have fun.
And you're also kind of stepping into the Andrew stand-up character.
Yeah.
A skin that you know very, very well.
Yeah.
Another skin takes a little more work. Yeah.
I just have to put it on, and I do put on other people's skin.
Great.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, right?
Who doesn't, man? You got great skin. I want to wear it. No, what?
Because I just, when you said that about the wedding, I just did the commencement speech at my college, and I was so nervous.
That is so nerve-wracking.
It was so, but people have the same thinking of like, hey, you're in front of people all the time, you do this. I'm so comfortable playing on set or a character or something. It's taken a while, but I have that comfort level. But standing up, being myself, also, it's like a wedding where it's such an important moment of their life.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was actually really fun, but I was terrified.
Did you watch other people's speeches?
No, God, no.
No, that would influence
that
you.
would psych me out.
Yeah. Like I've seen a few. I've seen a few ones that I like that are memorable in my mind, and every time I see those, I think, well, I couldn't even come close. So that it would be.
Yeah. So I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, they would give me the most anxiety, but also I'm never going to get asked.
And it was very cool to say stuff that I wish someone had told me. Like
what did you deliver that meant the most?
One of the things that meant the most was, I said, if I can tell you, it's like the value that you have today as a person is the same value you're going to have after any success that comes your way. Even though the world will tell you you have value if you get this job, if you get 2.5 kids, if you whatever, your value will stay the same. God will see you as completely loved and tremendous value. And that was, because it is true, the equation you get in with the world, especially in this business of like, oh, I think subconsciously I think that. And it's like having that, and granted, I don't know if they're going to remember it, but there's real power to like somebody saying, hey, your value right now is going to stay the same with whatever happens.
You're right.
You know?
I think I think it'll hit more people than you think, because we get a lot of people that sometimes send us these great fan messages that are like, I don't think you guys understand. My life was in shambles.
Aw.
And just having a laugh helps me get through the bullshit. Because we think we're like, yeah, we're entertainers, we're clowns, we're having fun. I want to make you laugh. I want to make you disappear for a little while. But it becomes kind of, par for the course. So you just kind of go through the motions of having fun and doing the job until people really say, it's like, it did help more than you know. So I bet you had a lot of people that.
I hope so. It is weird, though, when you hear that, because like people say that about Arrested or something like that. And it's hard to frame it. Because I see it as like, what? Like,
yeah,
it's like I'm a narcissistic actor. What are you talking? Like, it's like I don't. But it is a service.
Oh, big time. Well, you're letting people escape.
Yeah,
more
yeah.
escapism. I think we talked about this literally an hour ago. I was like, we need to be more stupid and have more escape because the world is pretty.
Oh wow!
It's just too. Without even diving in, it's just things are kind of things are kind of sad on a scale where you go, man, I'm confused. Like everything feels pretty heavy now, and it probably always has. It's not just now.
No, yeah.
But you go through these waves of society feeling a type of way, and the more goofy we are, or the more we let loose on stuff and make people feel something else, I think the better we'll be.
And just for a pocket of time to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's little nuggets because it's nothing lasts. Like I watched the Hulk Hogan documentary, which by the way, have you seen it?
No, is that good?
It's brilliant. I never was a wrestling fan, but I was interested in the idea of this guy. And something they hit on pretty often is, or the people speaking about him, or how at some point he did kind of get lost as Hulk Hogan and not Terry Bollea. Like he became
I didn't even know his real name.
Terry, is that right? Bollea or Bollea? Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't either. But like, you have people who have known him for a long time that go, there was a detrimental part of his career where he thought he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And that can happen.
Sure.
And it does in our business a lot.
With Pee Wee Herman, it happened.
People say it about you too. They go, "That's Tony thinks he's something else. He thinks he's."
Yeah, you hear these conversations, don't you?
All the time. No, but he got lost in it. I think it was very eye opening. It's a very what's the word? It's a warning shot almost to the business.
It did break because I saw that Pee Wee Herman documentary. Also, did you see that?
Awesome.
It's so good, and it was just the opposite. Like he didn't want to be. He wanted to be separate from that, but there was such an attack. People just attached it to him. That was hard.
And he was so talented outside of that, which is so funny that that's all people wanted him to be.
Yeah.
But that's a hard thing to escape because sometimes typecasting is golden handcuffs, and so it's hard to you've been so dynamic. No one's tagged you with anything.
That's very nice to say. I did this movie over the summer that came out this past summer that took us 8 years to get made. And
8 years.
8 years.
For people at home that don't know, that's not that crazy. That happens all the time.
And I was so proud of it. And it's called Sketch. And I was playing just a dad. I was playing a dad whose daughter is going through this stuff. And it's just a beautiful movie. But it was nice to just be closer to who I am.
Yeah.
Just
a nice, good dad.
But to have that kind of, just normal conversation, because I love playing my characters, but Buster was always on the defense, like everything. He even had his hands up, always on defense. Yeah. And Gary was like, just this, and it's so fun. But just to play a character that was closer to me, even though when this came out, I have to tell you, we went with this certain company. We're thankful it was released. The whole faith community thought this movie was demonic.
Why?
Just it was ridiculous. It was, this is a whole soapbox, but it's like it was released on a platform. There was typically a faith-based audience. There was a large faith-based audience because they wanted to put us on screens, and I was very thankful for that. And a large part of their audience thought it was demonic, and because it was talking about grief, and there was. We described it like Inside Out meets Jurassic Park. And it was just because it went past their idea of art and how just maybe what they were used to was seeing this platform do stuff. And it was just absolutely mind-boggling.
People were misinterpreting the message?
I think they maybe liked a pretty little package of life with a little bow on it. They don't like messy stuff.
Sure. It's like if you put The Matrix on Lifetime, they'd be like, I don't know, man.
Or even the Bible.
Yeah, they're like,
what actually happened in the Bible.
They're like, we don't.
They don't want that mess.
We don't want that.
They like a pretty picture, and it's just also grief is messy.
Very.
And this was kind of there was also these there was monsters in it because her pictures came to life, and it was just outside of how they saw, or maybe what faith. Anyways, and it wasn't even a faith-based movie, but since it was on this platform, all that to say. It was a little bit of a roller coaster.
But I mean, I think.
But it's a great film. It's a beautiful film.
Well, please watch it. Go watch it right now. You want to plug it? What is the
Sketch? It's called Sketch.
Yeah, and where's it on right now though?
You can get it on like Amazon.
Amazon
now
Prime. Yeah. But I think that Conan and I just spoke about that. That we want artists are always like, I want people to like it, but the real thing you want is people to be challenged a little bit. And so that actually achieved the goal at a better level, where a lot of people probably did like it. But those that didn't like it, it's probably because it challenged them. But isn't that more beneficial than just like, it was okay?
Yeah, the art stuck with them. It didn't just
the art did something to them.
It is. It's as a person, because I'm a person of faith, and I think that hits a little harder because I'm like, come on. Like, it's almost like you take a picture of a tree and you take a picture of a cross and you go, what do you consider as our faith? They immediately go to a cross, and it's like, that's a tree. That is a beautiful creation of God, and you're just limiting. You're putting God in a box. He is so much bigger than how you think.
Yeah.
And so it's a little crazy making for me.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, and also, we always, when we have stuff like that where we try to do something subversive or whatever that people kind of have this intense reaction to, I'm always like, well, the people that get it will get it, and the people that don't will don't. And that's kind of
it's challenging. You're right. I mean, it should challenge.
Yeah.
It absolutely should challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't all make super highbrow stuff like Medea films. We can't all do Tyler Perry
One
films.
day. One day.
We will.
They are funny though.
They're so funny.
He is very funny.
Honestly,
that
it's brilliant. It's genuinely the most streamlined. What's the funniest version that everyone is going to laugh at this thing? And it's like, oh, well, that's funny. I'm going to laugh at that. It's ridiculous, but I'm going to laugh at it.
It's a good character, yeah.
In here, we pour whiskey.
How are my Shady Rays basically the same quality as the $200 sound glasses I used to buy? It's incredible. I'm not exaggerating. They feel every bit as premium as the expensive brands that I've owned in the past. I wear Shady Rays to the lake, to the golf course, to the game, wherever it is, in a field. Sometimes I'm just out in a field wearing my Shady Rays. Guess what, though? You lose them, you break them, they send you a new pair with their lost and broken protection. They're actually premium. These polarized lenses are fantastic. They cut down the glare. And if you're outside, out on the water, on a boat, in the sun, having yourself a couple sody pops, and you drop this in the lake, guess what? They got you covered with the lost or broken protection. You got to go to ShadyRays.com and grab yourself a pair today. These are comfortable, they're durable, they're incredible. I look sleek and cool. I could get ready for a paintball game, or I could just be cruising the beach looking for babes, dude. Go to ShadyRays.com, grab yourself a pair. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to ShadyRays.com and use the code GINGER for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized shades. Ginger is that code. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Go to ShadyRays.com, grab yourself some Shady Rays.
Ginger. I like gingers.
When you, because I'm interested, if you want to talk about it.
Please.
You grew up because growing up in the church, yeah? I grew up Irish Catholic, and then we got kicked out because my parents got divorced, which, is...
Where is that in the Bible? Where is
it's
that
not.
It's not. It's so funny because Christ came and let's go to the Beatitudes.
It's not that. It's for some reason that it's just the judgment is so heavy. It's very odd. They do this thing where they're like...
But it is, I mean, not to get... Well,
go for it.
I won't say a certain political person, but not say, but it's not even highlighting silly, but... in scriptures, it says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's the fruit of when you follow God. Now, maybe I'm working on 2 or 3 on a good day.
Right.
But when I can't find one in a person that you're associating with my faith community,
it's pretty crazy.
That's not how it works.
Right.
Right. And it's infuriating to me.
It is.
Christ was the one who went to the woman at the well and was like, I saw her. Whereas everybody else cast her out. Yeah. And for them to do that to your family, that is not Christ.
It just makes you, it's very odd that.
Oh, it just gets me.
Well, because a lot of times, and I'm not pointing fingers at them, but a lot of times certain sects will decide from a cultural standpoint what they're okay with, less so than what's probably scripture. I think it's more about culture. And now culture is different, right?
That's
this
a good
was
point.
Also a long time ago.
That's a good point because I think people are typically maybe more afraid of the church than they are of God.
Yeah.
They're more afraid of the community and kind of the group think than
100%.
they are of God.
Because that also at the time, particularly like my grandmother's time, it was imperative to your sense of communal worth, was like being a good Catholic or whatever you'd want to call it, or being a good member of the community. It wasn't even about their belief. It was about the community of the church and how people felt about you, which also, my dad grew up with in the South. Even it's more prevalent because there, Southern church is more. He grew up in a small town. They know everything about everybody.
Yeah,
they can't wait to go. Church is where they go to gossip. Church was like TMZ for them. You know what I mean? Where they want it, they just want to
prayer requests.
Yeah, you know who's doing terrible.
Who we need to pray for.
Exactly. It's a way to spread.
Yeah, sure.
Bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah,
because my grandmother, in her basement had a salon. And this was like Church 2.0.
That's right at a Steel Magnolias.
100%, dude. This is 2.0 church. It was like church existed, and then so did the salon.
Sure.
And these two things were
Girl,
linked.
you get in here.
Yeah. Sit down. Let me get you some honey.
Listen what I heard.
You need to hear what I heard. You know Gina.
Pull that hairdryer up. I got something to tell you.
What did she say? What did she say? I can't imagine the amount. But so that affected my viewpoint of it, because it was, and then still had it in another way through a different sect of Christianity. But it is funny because as a kid, I was like, what are we bad or something? What is that? No. But it does something to you as a kid. You change your belief system, and then you question, which is good. But when your life in the church as a kid, was it you and your and everyone you knew, or was you were kind of like, was it your friend group there too, or no?
It was. I think to your point, I think it was more the Southern community.
Yeah.
We were in church. It was kind of a social club.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I probably formed a relationship with God until post college.
Yeah.
When kind of stuff hit the fan, and
Yeah.
I woke up to the fact, I need to lean on something bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And when people say, I think it's, they're not in conversation, like if they see religion or faith as a crutch, I'm always like, give me 2 crutches, man. Life is life is not easy.
Do you have a religious wheelchair over there? Because I'd like to roll through life
please,
with that.
Sign me up.
Well, and then the other thing is I saw it through a bunch of different versions because of my parents' version, and then my biological father, who was in the program where they find faith very heavily, and that's a big part of his life.
Yeah.
So I got 2 different viewpoints of it, which is why I kind of feel the way I feel like I'm a meshing of the two. Like I got the traditional stuff, and then I got a kind of non-traditional viewpoint.
Yeah.
Which ironically, some people who are very faith-based judge the other side of it. But you're like, that's so funny. They're finding it a different way.
Tends to be the language is judgment. And then, to your point, like when people find out my faith is very important to me, I always have to take into consideration they're looking through so many different filters.
Totally.
The religious abuse, all this kind of stuff. You have no idea someone's story.
No.
And so it's always about just trying to be, or I try to always be curious. Please let me know your story.
Yeah, let me fill it in. Yeah, that's good. Man, I got a bigger crush on you now than before.
Yeah.
I had one before. Yeah, you know what?
I got a ginger crush.
This was his whole goal. When he walked in, he's like, watch me make this guy love me. He's going to get in the car, call his wife. No, he was swooning. He was swooning.
All I say is mission accomplished.
You hang up, she opens a book and crosses my name off of people that...
She's like, got him.
Got him. That's who we needed last.
It
is cool to say that you moved down there, though. I'm so interested in moving away.
By the way, I wore this hat for you because it's orange.
I do like that.
And it's Pixar.
Let me see. Oh, it is Pixar.
Yeah.
Well, you're Pixar's golden child now. How many Pixar films have you done?
Just 2.
Well,
I'm thankful for
2 massive franchises.
2, yeah. Do you know what's so cool about this being in Toy Story is this character Forky I'm so crazy about, and it's so nice to be able to go back and do him again.
Yeah.
Because Forky just has this, speaking of curiosity, he's just this has a lot of questions. And
yeah.
And in the last movie, there was this character named Gabby, who was kind of this antique evil doll that nobody liked. But Forky didn't put people in boxes, and he was like, I think she's got good hair. And would just want to go brush her hair. And it was because of that, then Gabby had her own kind of redemptive story, and you rarely see a villain kind of be restored or come to redemption.
Yeah.
And in that movie, she did, because somebody kind of crossed over and just wanted to get to know her.
Pixar does that better than anybody.
It's just the levels are beautiful.
I don't know how they're able to do that. So and they do it so fast. They're able to build these films out with such deep story. They do the thing that Simpsons did for me as a kid, which was it's for adults and for children simultaneously. That Pixar has found a way to do so seamlessly. I don't think anybody gets
just
close.
Cry.
Oh, a ball. Yeah,
Just
crying.
cry.
Yeah, when's the last time you cried in the theater?
Oh, I thought you were going to say in general. I was like,
When was the last time you cried? This morning? Yeah.
I do like to cry, though.
You do?
I do like to cry.
Favorite place to cry?
I do in the morning. I journal, and so I'll cry. I do a devotional kind of journal and cry, or just kind of sit. I'll sit there, and then what actually happens a lot. Oh, this happens a lot. So I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years, where I try to journal every day, and then on the day I look back at each year about what was going on.
Oh wow!
And so to see how I believe God kind of teaches me through stories, it's just so cool. And I'm always blown away by it, yeah.
Do you ever go back and add to something or like retake something
Just
from
like-
before? No, I mean
Oh,
take
yeah.
it and then
Just say this didn't happen, but this did.
yeah.
No,
By the way, this wasn't right. No, but you take something from before and then you add. You go if you're thumbing back, and you see something that affected you a type of way. Do you use that to put into something new that you're going through now?
Oh yeah. And it's also it's that, and it's also if I'm going through something, there's something that was written that's so in line and encouraging of this.
Yeah.
That's read through a book. There's an amazing author. He was a Catholic priest called Henry Nouwen. And he worked with a disabled community, and his writing is so beautiful. And so I write a lot of his stuff down. And like I'll be going through something and just be like, holy shit, like it's just perfect, you know.
We'll never see any of these writings of yours, though, will we?
No, I've actually told my wife that if I die, to burn them all. I'm a little too honest.
Wait, why? Why? That's good though. Don't you think that would be
Well,
amazing to put together in some way?
It's honest, and it's also just like, you know,
I didn't like my wife's shoes today. You know,
it just kind of, I don't know. It's that kind of, honestly, it's that stuff of, do I want my daughter just, I don't know. I don't know if
yes.
Because it's really, you want to be as specific as possible.
Yeah.
And somebody told me to do digital journaling, and I just like writing.
Don't do digital. That's like the worst thing in the world because then it's there for someone else to take.
Yeah.
I feel like digital
because they have those journal like locked ones where it's all like you can lock it, but then I guess that's
something can get to it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on AI? Cheers.
Cheers. Well, it's over. They got us. He's actually not real.
Because so much
That's a
information
hologram.
you're putting in these AIs, and it's like, where's that going?
I know. My wife and I spoke about that when we were watching the Hulk Hogan documentary. I talked about how, there's a point of like people selling their likeness, to the machine, and I said I think it's only appropriate. Like, didn't Bruce Willis did it? Didn't he do it? Didn't he sell his likeness? Is that true? There was a deal that was trying to be made to like buy his likeness.
I love that you went to his sister's wedding.
He is amazing.
I think that's really sweet.
Who's the videographer?
Bruce Willis did not sell his likeness.
Do people say you look like
to
Benson Boone?
I've got.
He does look like Benson Boone.
Yeah.
Well, we call him. Come on.
You call me Lord Farquaad.
He's
sometime
Farquaad,
when
my little
hair
Farquaad
comes
boy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's based
when
in
he's got
shame.
when he's got his hair.
Oh, I see.
We made
you're
him
too
go,
tall for that.
Thank you,
Oh,
Tony.
We made him go up to a group of girls at a bar when we were out drinking, and I go tell them, go up to them and go, have you guys seen Shrek? And they'll inevitably say yes, and then go, it's me. And it worked.
And they liked it. Yeah.
It crushed.
Oh, that's good.
It worked very well.
And
That's
then
good.
I asked one for her number, and then she said she was a lesbian.
She,
And then I said,
he
"I'm
gave,
down."
and then he did this.
I did black power.
Literally, he went like, I watched him do this, and I was like, what was the fist? He's like, I asked for her number. She said, thank you, but I'm gay. And he goes, I instinctively just put my fist up as an ally.
I respect. I'm down.
As an ally.
He didn't know what to do, but it was honestly, this is the funniest thing you could have done.
It worked. It was a good outro.
And then it was an easy escape.
It was a good escape.
You were allowed to
yeah.
then bow out and go, thank you for your time, goodbye. He didn't sell it. He didn't sell his likeness.
No.
So I thought he was going
Wait,
to.
why would
There's
you? Why
rumors
would you
circulating, but no.
Oh, to do future work?
Yeah,
I see.
because
But
because
he's also-
he's
his mental
unfortunately sick,
capacities
and he
are-
and but I did say, I said, look, if I was sick and on my way out, leaving my family money, like I get that being like, sell me because I'm going to pass soon, but I was like, I hope no one else alive wants to do that. No, we don't have any kids. No, he's my son, I guess, right?
Yeah.
My 20.
Because I think people,
son.
I don't know if people want to do that to kind of leave something.
I know.
Yeah.
But then who's in control of your likeness when it's
Exactly.
over?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the scariest part.
I know a lot of people during COVID, I don't know them, I heard they kind of sold their voices.
Yeah, that was a popular thing to do. Yeah.
And for a lot of money, but then they have that voice and that's scary.
Forever, and then you end up doing like the train or something. Welcome to it's your voice on whatever city you arrive at.
Yeah.
Do you use AI? Don't
I
lie.
do.
It's on your phone.
No, I do, yeah.
Which one?
Claude.
You use?
Because I listened to a podcast with Oprah.
Yeah.
Heard of her?
Yeah.
And
Popular Oprah is.
and they give, I'm not going to get this right, but it's something like 80% of their gross is kind of given away to help stuff. I don't know, this is such a, they have a word for it. It's not
Well,
just,
he can look it up. What does Claude do? Claude gives. They give. You saying they're not. Their majority of their profits are going to other
Yes.
beneficial things.
It says The 8% figure you're referring to comes from the high computing and infrastructure costs associated with the AI workload. For heavy reasoning-intensive tasks, computational costs can sometimes consume 80% of gross revenue, leaving low or even negative margins unless heavily subsidized by venture capital.
No, I don't know if that's...
That's not what he was looking for.
No, type in Oprah podcast 80% Claude AI.
Can you stick around and do some of this for us, if you don't mind? Could we switch? He's going to do your job from now on.
Okay.
That's
No, 'cause
literally
I'm-
how you would do it.
Because I'm wondering if it was something like...
It says the pledge made by the co-founders of Anthropic, the creators of Claude,
Yeah.
to donate 80% of their personal wealth generated from the company to philanthropic causes.
Good.
That's right.
Good.
So which I thought 80% of their personal wealth, which is a shite load
That's
of
a
money.
lot of money.
And I like that. And they're also very they're environmental because of all the water, and they're trying to...
Well, because the water is the biggest, right? Water or
Yeah,
wind,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're trying to find a way
Yeah.
to cool those servers off with wind because water is expensive.
Yeah.
Well, and we're just using up fresh water.
They're trying to figure out a way to circumvent that, but that is a long process. I mean, look, it's here whether you like it or not. I don't like it, but it's here.
I don't like it. I
But it's
kind of
not on my
starting to
phone.
like it.
It's not on my phone.
on your phone.
No, he knows I don't use it.
on mine
I've never used it. I've never used it.
You've never used it.
Well, unfortunately, you've used it if you've Googled because Google now has AI internally built search engine, so you don't have a choice
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't speak to a AI
I'm okay.
app or whatever.
I'm considering, because I tried it with apps and stuff, like staying present and stuff is tough for me.
So hard.
So I'm like, excuse me.
Get it out.
It's the gin, man.
It's all right.
But I'm trying to get rid of as many, even my browsers. So like Safari and stuff on my phone. So my wife has a code that I can't download anything.
Really?
But I have AI, because if I need a question, or if I just have a question about something like, where's the restaurant, I just use that.
That's really smart.
Yeah,
And your
'cause
wife
it's-
has you locked out.
She has me locked out. Like
That's
she has a
great.
code that I can't. My app store is taken off my phone,
Oh, that's good.
and the browser taken off, and I can't download or upload. I'm sorry, I can't download or erase.
The easy transition here for
Yes,
me is
sure.
this is a massive through line of Toy Story 5.
Please.
Is tech.
Oh, it's tech.
It's
By the way,
crazy.
great transition.
No, it is. I mean, it's the thing I thought about the
Whiskey
most when
Ginger
I saw.
knows what he's doing.
We know what we're doing. No, but it is true. It's one of the biggest. When I saw the trailer, I was like, it's interesting. I always thought, like, when are we going to? How heavily interjected is that going to be into children's entertainment? And that's interesting that they're.
But that's what I do love about Pixar. I don't think that they would have done another one if they didn't have a story.
That's a good story.
And it's a good
'Cause
story.
it's so real.
I have not seen it yet, so I'm curious.
It's really good. You should see it. You're good.
Andrew,
yeah,
I
you're
knew
very
I
good.
knew you'd see it.
We do
before
have some
me.
notes. Can you bring up the notes if you don't mind?
That's my favorite comeback of anything. Like if somebody did something and just want to throw out a joke, I said, I've got some notes, but it's like my favorite comeback.
Good. I have a couple.
Yeah, you did so good. Couple notes.
Couple notes.
But just the technology of it all, just how the toys meets tech.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's not like I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but it's funny it took him this long to talk about it because it's so prevalent that we grew up with toys. Toys now are tech. Tech is a part of toys.
Yeah,
inevitably,
sure.
it's become like Teddy Ruxpin was like a revolutionary thing that it spoke to kids.
Yes.
And then after that, it was like, well, the toys were so removed from tech, and now they're blending again to be one. So that's an interesting idea that, like, the iPad, which is a massive piece of toy technology to every friend I have with a kid, that it becomes like iPad in your face. Like, I see a 2-year-old knows how to open phones.
I know, it's wild.
Crazy.
That babies in the past 10 years were born into touchscreen.
Yeah, it's wild.
I remember hearing about that and being like, that's Martian territory.
Yeah, we're in
To be able
space.
to touch something and move it. That's nuts.
So
that's
weird.
what that is Minority Report. Remember when he was at the
Oh, yeah.
screen, he was like, zoom, zoom,
Yeah,
zoom,
swiping
zoom.
it away.
And I was like, what is happening? And now that's happening. And then do you remember in the first Harry Potter when the people were talking on screens and stuff like that? And I was like, that is crazy. And then you go to Times Square and it's like everybody's
It's
talking
everywhere,
on screens.
constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like that was miles and miles away.
Yeah.
No, you're inside of it.
Look at your whiskey collection. Do people bring you whiskeys?
We do have some over there. Guy Fieri brought me his Blanco tequila. Guy Fieri, I should say. I always say it wrong. That's from that Porosis is vodka. So there's a bunch of others mixed in. That's from Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. And then Father Time is in there from Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan, yeah.
Have you ever had his?
Yeah, no, I don't like whiskey.
Wait, why don't you like bourbon? You flew right by it.
It doesn't sit well with me. There's something about it. Just,
Crumbly tumbly?
Yeah, crumbly tumbly. Yeah.
What about beers?
No, God, no.
Definitely no beers.
I would say beers, wines. Some wines are okay. Whiskeys, bourbons, gin. I don't even like vodka. Gin is the only one I can handle.
Well, gin I respect. That's
Thank
that's
you.
the only reason why we're having it.
I love an ice cold gin martini.
Oh yeah.
With a wash of vermouth and an olive, and like a twist.
Ooh, he likes a twist.
Yeah, because I like the salty sweet.
Now, when you say the wash, you like it. They just wash the glass, but don't leave any in.
Don't leave any.
Get it out of there.
Get it out of there.
I do. I saw some award-winning Japanese bartender speak about this. That he kept the glasses like ungodly cold, like frozen to a level that only Japanese know how to do. And I'm sure they're all the exact same temperature.
Yeah.
And they literally like dip it like as if you were dipping ice cream in chocolate. He like dips it in there and lets it sit for a certain amount of time. Then he removes it in a way, and it's so cold that he like swipes it out and it like crests the side.
Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
That's so
Only
good.
the Japanese. Have you been to Japan, by the way?
No.
Oh, you want to
not
have
been.
the best whatever you like.
Really?
Whatever I always say, like whatever you like.
Yeah.
They do the best version of that. Whether you're like, I want a gin martini, or I like a certain kind of seafood, or they do it in a way, and it's usually like just one little old man who's been doing it for 58 years.
Yes.
And it's by himself.
Just mastered it.
And you leave, and you're like, how much do I owe? And they're like $40.
Yeah.
For like the greatest experience you've ever had. And meanwhile, here you're like, go get a coffee for $19.95.
I had to have a talk with my daughter because she's at college, and this coffee generation.
You seeing the credit card numbers pile up?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's the social hangout. It's like, let's grab a coffee, And I'm like, well, you do have a card at your college where you can swipe for food anytime you want.
Right.
But it's going to all the cool coffee shops.
Well,
I know.
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I mean, we didn't have that. Like, I didn't know one friend. That's not true. I knew a couple of kids, but pretty rarely do I knew someone that had like a credit card of their parents or whatever now. And this is totally normal now.
I didn't have any friends who drank coffee.
No, but not in college. Nobody drank coffee.
No,
You drank a beer in the morning, maybe. Yeah.
That was like for like 80-year-olds at some diner.
right.
You know?
Right. What are you, an old guy? What are you doing? But
was
now the
just, like,
coffee's
nasty.
It's
not coffee.
It's cultural, but it's also sugary, sweety, blah 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 blah. I'm still old school. I'm a loser. I have a pot of coffee every morning at the house, and it's drip. I'm old school drip guy. I'm not a.
What does that mean, drip?
Just a drip coffee, just an old school drip coffee, like a traditional Mr. Coffee machine.
Okay. Because now when you go to a coffee shop, it's super like drip is like kind of has an elegance to it. You know?
This is like old school. I buy it from the coffee shop next door to here.
Yeah.
I bring it home. I scoop it. I make a. I don't make a full pot now because my wife is like, you're consuming a scary amount of coffee. I would. I'd have like 3 or 4 cups in the morning, and then I have probably another one during the day.
But don't you love that? Like right when you get it, that warm, and then that first sip.
Best.
Yeah, you just kind of settle
My dog
down.
comes downstairs. My wife will still be upstairs. I'll be looking out.
Is your wife in the business?
No, she's a human. She's a regular human. No, is your wife in the business?
She was a makeup artist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But that's not the same as she wasn't.
She wasn't a performer.
Right. El Madrigal, the great comic El Madrigal, says 1 headshot per household. That was his rule. 1 headshot per household. And it like singed into my brain.
Yes.
Kind of like the professor saying that nonsense to you. 1 headshot per household. And I was argumentative. I was like, people, that's not true. It happens the other way all the time. And he's like, how many are still together? I was like, everyone's working on everything, Al.
Was there something that singed in your mind outside of that has just really laid a foundation?
Like a quote, a passing,
or just
quote.
something that somebody said to you that it has been always hard to shake?
Oh, that's really. Why do you have one in your mind? Someone.
Well, mine's that voice.
Yeah, that voice still got you. I think. What state am I?
Okay if you don't have
a really
one.
good question. No, I have to think about like what pops into my head. You know, for me, unfortunately, it's like it's snippets or things that I think are facts that are told to me that I probably have regurgitated that are not true or lies. You know, when you like hear a story or you tell, like I talked to my whole life. We'd listen to Irish music with my grandparents.
That's precious.
Well, but then there were certain songs where I was like, yeah, my grandmother loved that song. And I said this to my brother-in-law's parents because I Googled the facts of the song. Danny Boy, Danny Boy.
Yeah.
I thought that was like an old school, like beautiful Irish. It's written by an English guy, British guy did it. It was like a British pop song almost. And you're like, oh, that's really disheartening. So like, I think you hear things about what's traditionally something, or that's more what I do. I'll regurgitate a thing I heard.
The melody was an old Irish melody, but the folk
Yeah,
song
but the lyrics we know are from an Englishman.
From an Englishman.
And yuck, we can't deal with that. That's not going to be. And sorry, no offense to you, Mayflower.
Thank you.
I don't
that
want to
I
offend
know
you.
of.
I'm trying to think of something.
That's interesting you said about the stories, because I recently went back to Tallahassee where I grew up, and I gathered some high school friends together and just like to hang out. And a large part of it was I wanted us just to tell stories.
Yeah,
tell stories because I don't remember much. And then there was a couple of them that I was like, "Is this how you remember it?" Because when you tell something for decades,
yeah,
you're like, have I completely twisted this story? And thankfully I hadn't.
Have you seen the movie Big Fish?
Oh, a long time ago.
I think it's one of the best movies of all time. Billy Crudup. Here's why I think it's so brilliant. It's exactly what you're talking about. And I watch it, I'll rewatch it every year or so, because I'm fascinated with the idea of we all do this, where if people that don't know, it's a great movie. Billy Crudup's father is dying, and he takes his now wife and new child to go see their dying grandfather, and he has a very disjointed relationship with this man. And as the story goes, it's his father's retelling of these life stories are always big fish stories. But Billy internally is fighting this thing to not call his father out all the time and be like, you're a liar, Dad. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
But the truth of the film is sometimes isn't the story better that it's a big fish story. I mean, that's the beauty of that movie, and it's done so well that you're like, yeah, what is better? Because it's not a harmful lie. No. It's a beautiful. He's telling it in a way of fantasy, so it enhances the.
And it's theatrical. I mean, because I'm sure you do this with your wife. There are stories that. When somebody says something, my wife and I have stories that we just love to share together.
Oh yeah, and
it's the experience of, I mean, one we told recently of I had in the show I had to do in some longer story I had to do the sex scene, and I was terrified to do a sex scene because I've just never had to do one.
Was this your first time doing one?
Everyone.
Oh wow!
And I was so scared. And
on Arrested.
It was on Arrested. It was on Arrested Development. I mean, come on, that right there. But. And I went up to my wife and I was like, sweetheart, I'm really nervous. She's like, I don't care what you have to do. I need a new couch.
Mama wants drapes.
Exactly. She was like, you tell them to get that camera wherever.
Right in there. Get right in there. Now,
she
during
much
it,
better.
were you really?
I was nervous. Yes. I was
nervous.
Nervous.
I haven't done a lot. I did a show called I'm Dying Up Here, where I had to do. The hardest thing for me was not even my scene. I was walking in.
That was the gym.
Gym show.
Yeah.
I walked in on a sex scene, and that was harder for me to do because I have to. Jake Lacey, my boy, my love.
Oh, Jake Lacey,
one of my favorite people of all time.
Oh, we did Being in the Ricardos together.
I know. He talked so much shit about you, by the way. It was crazy.
Why am I hearing about this now?
I know. We should have emailed you.
He's so kind to me.
He's the greatest.
No, he's actually a really great dude.
And he's a great actor. And so I had a hookup scene, but it wasn't that nerve-wracking. Ari Grainer and I were, and it was kind of fun, and we were smoking a joint. It was it wasn't intense. But the hardest one for me, Jake was having sex, and I walk in on them, and I'm supposed to have this entire conversation with him, and they're naked, and his ass is in my face line when I first show up, he's doggy style. I'm standing there this is so hard to do because I'm supposed to really be in this character. I'm upset at him. I'm really mad.
Yeah.
And also I'm upset that he's hooking up and he's getting more success in the business than I am. And I have all this stuff. But the whole time I'm staring at my buddy naked. It's hard to not laugh.
And you're like, I've envisioned it. But
it was just hard to be if it, by the way, it would have been better if it was strangers or actors that I had no relationship with.
Yes, it's
hard when it's someone you know. Yeah, it was tough.
That is awkward.
No, but when Mama needs a new couch, Mama needs a new couch.
And it was really tricky because I'm also like in my 50s. Like I don't. But the scene made a lot of sense, and we had talks about what I was comfortable with and what I wasn't comfortable with. But I've never had to do something like that. I mean, Buster Bluth, come on.
Buster Bluth, come on.
Who
And
wants to see
but
that?
you'd do it again now, though. Another sex scene.
It depends.
Really? You think you might
Well,
turn it down?
No, I mean, that's.
If it came up again.
Well, that again, if I go to my wife, she'll say how much. That's all.
Right,
How much are they offering?
I like your wife already. She's smart.
Because I'll be like, well, this could be really destructive to my psyche, and she's like, we can pay for therapy with that money.
Smart woman, dude. She figured it out.
She got a house.
She's like, there's an answer to everything, my friend. Yeah. Just get naked and go do the thing. All right, I don't want to keep you longer. I know you've on a big run, but I appreciate you very, very much.
I love it. This is so fun.
I really appreciate you coming. You can have this, by the way, because I'm not going to drink it, but are you going to be is this going to be worth it to have? Yeah, you should keep it. You should take it with you.
I'm trying to think if I can pack it. I guess. Oh, I can. Yeah, because I don't have a carry-on. I can pack it.
Yeah, pack it.
I don't have that at my bar.
Take this.
Like I have
Take
a bar
this.
in my little area. Yeah.
Do you have a bar? We should show the picture of his bar. We'll spit up a picture of his insane bar. No, but I appreciate you being here, and I want everybody will go. Everybody will see Toy Story 5.
It's such a.
I'm sure
I say
that,
this.
I know they
it's
will.
going. I have not seen it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
And the other 37 projects that you're working on. If I do get down to the South, hopefully I'll knock on your door.
Dude,
and say
I would
hi.
love it. I would love for you to come as well.
Coney. Well, he will be. He's
be
with me. If I'm there, he's there. He doesn't go without me. He's not allowed to go anywhere without me. Isn't that right?
But it's also really, when people come in town, I'm sure when you go to town, it's like, you're from place to place. It's nice to have that kind of connection.
I will be bothering
If you're
you.
in Birmingham, please let me know.
I'll bother you, I promise.
Yeah.
We end the show the same way. You look into that camera and you say one word or one phrase to end the episode. It used to be imparting words of wisdom. Sometimes people like to say one singular word, but either way, keep in mind, this will end up in the Smithsonian. We've already submitted.
Oh,
this
really?
will end up for the rest of time. We're going to
One of
collectively
many
put
of
together.
my things, am I right? Please, I got a plenty
Did you
of
bring
stuff.
me an Emmy? I wanted one of them. No?
What if I was like, chunk, chunk?
I would love it. We actually did a bit. Lamorne Morris.
Oh,
we
such
did
a nice guy.
Happy Gilmore.
He was
2.
at that Netflix thing too.
Yeah, we did Happy Gilmore 2, and one of the jokes, which never made it into the cut, was we panned out, and Lamorne was there the whole time.
One of the villain was on Bad Friends.
Yeah.
And then he was promoted, and then Andrew and Bobby were watching the golf climax.
Yeah.
And then at one point it cut over, revealing that while they were watching the game, Lamorne was on.
He was just on the show,
pod
and he was
with his
holding the
Emmy.
M, and he was like, "Are we
Are
gonna
get started anytime?
get started or something?" And we're like,
that's great.
And we're shushing him away with his Emmy. He's like, "Okay." I mean, I brought it. It was very
It was
funny.
very funny.
So
We did.
great.
We actually melted it down because we needed the gold.
Oh, is it gold?
Money's tight.
Okay.
It's not well.
Good to know.
Yours are chocolate. I just want to let you know. They told me it was chocolate. Yeah, feel it back. That camera. One word or one phrase. Impart a
Okay.
word of wisdom. It could be funny. It could be sweet. It could be whatever you want.
I have 2.
Oh, please.
Can I say 2?
You can.
They're both kind of heavy.
Okay.
Not heavy.
No, I like it.
But I do. Well, the first one is when I booked Arrested Development. It was my dream, and it scared me because it didn't satisfy me the way I thought it was going to satisfy me. And it was. I woke up to the lesson that if you're not practicing contentment where you are, you're not going to be content when you get what you want. And then I always love to tell people it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.